Hello everyone, we're down at Newhaven to answer some of your questions. We're going to keep these videos shorter, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because our previous Q&As tended to go on far too long, so we'll break this up into a series of shorter videos.
Yeah.
So,
and hopefully we'll get to answer most of your questions. So,
yeah.
So Denise Burrage has asked, have you any Europe travel plans for this year?
Go on then, you take that one.
Yeah, well the plan is when we get the new camper van, hopefully around September time,
Yeah.
we'll obviously test it out a bit first in the UK, make sure everything's fine, and then we want to go back over to Spain.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
So we're thinking we'll get the ferry from Portsmouth to northern Spain and do a trip round northern Spain, maybe into Portugal.
Yeah, well, we particularly liked the interior of Spain, didn't we?
Yes.
When we did our, when we had to do our mad dash because of COVID, we were at a lovely little mountain spot, weren't we?
Yeah, right inside Spain,
Yeah.
up in the mountains. Yeah, it's lovely.
So we definitely want to go and do some of that. Okay.
Okay. Mark Rutt has said, great videos, looking forward to you getting the new camper. Is there any item you've never had in the van but would like?
Okay, I'll do that one. Yeah, there's one item which I did mention when we were making the videos about changing the van. I'd love to have an air fryer. At home we've got a Ninja Foodie, haven't we?
Yeah.
That can do all sorts of things. So
Yeah,
I'd
it's
love to
great.
have that in the van. And our new van will not have a big powerful inverter in it. Well, in fact, it won't have an inverter in it full stop. But what I'm hoping to do, because we've got more space, is to make use of our EcoFlow Delta Max, which we bought with our own money. We're not being sponsored
Not
for
sponsored,
it.
no.
But we could power anything on that, really, couldn't we, for a while, as long as we
Yeah.
can recharge the battery.
And as long as it fits in the van, okay.
I think we could just about make it work in this
Yes.
van,
Yeah.
but in the next van I'd be very
Be more
surprised if we
space.
couldn't. What
Yeah.
about you? Anything you think?
No. The only little luxury that would be nice to have would be a fixed bed.
Yeah, definitely would be.
Save making up the bed.
Yeah.
It's, in a little van, though, it's not practical to
No, it
take up
isn't.
all that space with a fixed bed. But probably in the future, we will
We
probably...
used to, we used to have fixed beds in the caravan, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we know you can't beat a fixed
Can't
bed.
beat a fixed bed.
But we're not ready for that stage of camper vanning yet, are
Not
we?
just yet, no.
Probably the one after next.
Yeah,
we would be.
probably by
Yeah.
then. Yeah, a few more years.
Okay.
Okay, and Chris Cozzy says, any chance of following the build of the new camper?
What do you think?
Well, it would be nice to do, and Bilbo's did say that they would send us photos of the build and
Yeah.
keep us updated on how it's doing.
We never got any
So-
photos of the build, did we?
Not
when
from
we had
Sussex
this
camper
one made. I
vans,
don't know what
no.
went wrong there, but
No, we were meant to.
we were meant to get build photos, but it never happened.
Mm.
But other people that we know that since
had
bought
them.
have had them, so I
Yes,
don't know
they
what
do
went wrong
do
there.
them, Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you thinking of asking Bilbo's?
I will offer to Bilbo's.
Mm.
I'll suggest to Bilbo's, would you like us to cover the build of the van, be it with us going up there occasionally and filming
And
things.
if they're happy to film for us to take video, then that would be great.
I think it'd be really helpful to Bilbo's to show how they build their vans,
Yes,
because
as well.
there doesn't appear to be any videos out there actually showing that at the moment.
No, not
But
that we
we're
can
in their
find.
hands. If they send us photographs, then clearly we would
We'll share those.
share
Yeah,
those. No
definitely.
problem at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steve Bell says, Carol, have you any other names for Ken? We all know what yours are.
So what are you going to say to that then?
Well, I'm a bit shy. Yeah, I do have names for Ken.
Because she doesn't tend to. Well, she has used them occasionally in the videos, but very, very rare that you use them in public.
No.
She calls me all sorts of things at home. But Carol's far more sensitive to public opinion than I am.
Yeah.
I don't really give a monkey's if somebody thinks I'm odd, or
Yeah.
I don't care.
No.
I've had everything in the world said to me at some point in my career,
In
haven't
your
I?
career,
Really,
yeah,
it's
you're well
water
used
off
to
a
it.
duck's back.
So
So she does have names, but
some might slip out one day. You never know.
you never know. And she clearly doesn't want to share them now, does she? So look.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Duncan Washbrook. We've recently moved to Sussex, and although we thoroughly enjoy all your adventures abroad, we believe you're based in Sussex. We'd love to know your favourite places you have visited in your home county. Well, do you want to go first?
Well, this isn't my home county.
No.
Okay. First thing is I'm from Lancashire, although I moved away very young, but I'm from Lancashire, aren't I? From
Originally.
around the Bacup area. And you're from Surrey, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I was actually born in Kent.
Oh, right.
And lived in Edenbridge in Kent my first few years, and then we moved to Surrey, and I grew up in Surrey.
Yeah.
And only moved to Sussex when we got married.
Yeah.
So,
My parents came down from Lancashire. My dad was a fuel manager for the co-op, and he often moved. And that's how I ended up being in Sussex.
yeah.
So, favourite places. So you go first on your...
Well, there's no one favourite place, but we are lucky where we live. We have several National Trust properties nearby, and we very often go to Wakehurst, Nyman's Gardens, Sheffield Park Gardens and Standon, which are all really nearby where we live.
Yeah.
So, they're favourite places.
Yeah, this is a favourite place. I've got a lot, Newhaven Harbour. I've got a lot of great childhood memories of swimming here when I was a kid, coming down here and fishing. Arundel, I particularly like, again, because that's somewhere my parents used to take me a lot. Where else?
Well, we love going to Brighton. It's a
Yeah,
lovely, vibrant city.
A nearest city, isn't it?
And anywhere along the coast, like the Seven Sisters,
Yeah.
up Beachy Head into Eastbourne. Yeah.
Fell Beacon is a favourite. That was the first place we ever wild camped, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And somebody said that they're doing building works there, and they
Yes.
think that wild camping might come to an end. So we'll have to go and have a look
we
at
might
that.
go and check that out later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're the ones that immediately come to mind.
Yeah.
Ashdown Forest, that was a favourite.
Yes.
They've spoilt it
started
now because they've
charging.
started charging you to park there. I bet the numbers staying there
Be
have
interesting
really
to
dipped.
see. This summer will be the first summer where there's parking charges to see
Yeah.
whether the numbers go down. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's lots of Sussex that we've never
Yeah.
been to.
There is.
And there'll be lots of other places
Yeah.
out there that are really lovely.
Yeah, and feel free to suggest places
any.
in
Yeah.
Sussex,
Yeah.
because there is so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Lee Newcomb says, "Are you coming to the Jurassic Coast in Dorset?"
Are we?
Well, we've got no plans.
Got no plans.
I don't know if you've seen our Heading West series, which we did, probably getting on for 3 years ago
3
now,
years,
when we
yeah.
first got the van. But we did travel west from Sussex through Dorset into Devon,
Yeah.
and showed some of the places we stopped along the Jurassic Coast. We actually spent a night on Portland Bill as
Yeah,
well.
we like Portland Bill.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Very
a good
nice
spot.
place to camp.
Yeah, and we have been there several times in the
Yeah.
past as well.
And we'll go back
And we
without
will
a shadow
definitely
of a
go
doubt.
back.
Yeah, we'll
Yes,
definitely go
lovely
back.
area of the country.
Yeah.
So,
Loads to see there.
but no immediate plans at the moment.
Nope.
VW1 camp. Why didn't you go for a California for your new van, as delivery's now 2 months and it's all properly crash tested and type approved as a camper van? Plus the resale is more predictable.
Okay.
That you can answer that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't we go? Well, first of all, I'd say the offer of a California within 2 months wasn't on the table when we were making our decisions. That's a recent announcement from Volkswagen, and I'm not quite sure what's behind that. whether they're having a bit of a clear out before they move to the next vehicle or whatever it is. But that offer wasn't on the table. A few things put me off the California. I was not convinced that the bed system would be great for my back. I was worried. I know lots of people have said it's fine if you spray the floor, etc., etc. But if you put your back out when you're on a trip, that's the end of the trip. And I didn't want to risk that.
We had concerns about the electric roof.
Yeah,
It's all nice to have, just press a button and it goes up, but it is quite slow to go up and down.
Yeah.
And then what do you do when you have problems and it's faulty?
It's
a complication.
We did explain, didn't we, that we've left things up in the roof of this van before, and we've tried to pull it down, and you instantly sense that there is something wrong and you can stop. Whereas with electric roof, some people were telling us that, it will try and close itself and then you can lead to some damage. The other thing is, I just preferred Bilbo's conversion. I absolutely love the roof in the Bilbo. It's the best pop-top roof I have seen in its simplicity of putting it up and taking it down. I mean, in this one, you always have to be very careful to pull that fabric in and not get it trapped, etc. And that's the same for virtually all pop-top roofs. But theirs, if you see their video,
and we'll show you when we get the van.
We'll show you when we get it.
Proper van
but it just comes down and it all is designed to fold in a certain way.
Yeah.
And then you've literally got two catches and you just snag them tight. Hook it on and snag two little straps. No big central strap hanging down. So I was really taken with the roof. And lots of people hold on to their Bilbos many years, and that says something, I think. And of course they're an approved builder.
They're NCC approved.
NCC, they've got all sorts of qualifications,
and they've won loads of awards.
I can't remember if this person made the comment about the seats, the seat belts, and no. Okay, somebody did. And in the Bilbo van, it's all crash tested. It's all the original parts from Volkswagen, isn't it? On the seats and the rear seat belts. Anyway, that's why we've gone for it. Plus, of course, the other thing about a local dealer, everything was just right. And they had a van in the spec we wanted.
In the colour we wanted.
And already on order and confirmed by
to be
VW.
Built by VW, yeah.
So to be honest with you, as far as we were concerned, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And we snapped it up.
Didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we'll continue answering your questions in the next episode. If you have any questions for us, then add them to the comments of this video and we'll try our best to include them. If you like what we do, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. See you next time.